Hey guys, we are starting with a vintage story stream of the expansion, which is a server that I have actually had somewhat of a hand in creating. It is a roleplay server for the game, and we're just gonna hop right in. Although last I checked in the Discord, they were trying to sleep, so I may want to wait a couple minutes and just talk about the server. Let me see if they ever did end up doing that. No, they haven't slept yet. So, um, in general, this is a server. It's been in the making for maybe 8, 9 months now, but the actual launch of the server was only maybe a month or two ago. I'm not really sure. I'm not the best with time, but um, but in general, the server has been going on for a while, and or at least uh, for a while in my mind, because it's a lot of the servers that are predecessors of it did not last very long, or at least it feels like they didn't. And we're still we. So what we're doing today, we have a rival event system. So when new people come onto the server, we have them come in groups. So we approve their characters as they come, and then we schedule an arrival event for them where they come in groups, and then they get to join all as a group and have that sort of sense of community. Um, and they're able to, how do I word this? They're able to just enjoy the fact that they have a group they came with that are like they're all newbies, so they kind of get along. And in roleplay, that makes a lot of more sense also within the lore of the server, which I'll explain a bit of. So everyone is from the Commonwealth of Vetus, and their goal is to build a new colony on this new server, in this new world, through that is they found through a translocator that they developed that uses the aether to invade terms. It uses the aether to power this translocator, which is experimental technology. They go through the translocator and they find themselves at the in what we call the wildlands, and so that's where the colony is being built, and we're also where the roleplay takes place. And I don't think they've slept yet, but if they haven't, I'm just gonna go ahead. Yeah, I'm just gonna go pop in. So my character is actually scared of the dark. So until we get them to sleep, we probably won't be able to do much. But she's also a librarian, so I might just have her sort out her affairs with like write a book or something. She has some poetry. She loves doing that. Or maybe someone will visit her house. We will see. Okay, so this is her house. She sleeps in the attic right now because it's further away from the sound of drifters, which we in the server called either dwellers or potatoes, depending on who you ask. Um, there's a lot of roleplay reasons for that, but Fawn in particular calls them dwellers. So she's been sleeping in her attic because it's further away from that. She has some spare rooms up here. And then if we poke our head down here, this is her actual bedroom, which hasn't been used in a while other than for like storage and whatnot. This is a bunch of paper that she's made. She's also the resident paper maker. Um, Let me know when you guys are ready to sleep. Also, hi! Alrighty, so yeah. So she lives with Cass, also known as Castile. I don't think he's on today. Could be wrong, but she lives with him. They are boyfriend and girlfriend in roleplay. And so she has some lore books in here and stuff. But I can't read that language in terms of roleplay, so like we don't know what it actually says. They're just kind of storing it for now until we have more space for that. This is a poetry collection she actually wrote about the drifters. So I'll pop up here and then while pretending. Oh, shoot. I can log off real fast if I'm the last one. Uh, that's how it goes, I guess. We have this inside joke in the server started a while ago where we would just make one day we just decided to do radios like pretend we're radios while sleeping and just kind of stuck. So I'm comatose in like radio speak Walla ZZ1. uh Vaseline is sleep leader. So yeah, it's goofy. I'll disconnect real fast. But I'll pop back in after I've seen that they've slept. But yeah, they're just we're a goofy community, I think. We like we're pretty chill. We try and not just to make jokes. We have fun. Okay, yeah, I think they are sleeping now. I think. Nappy nap to slumber party. You are a go. Over. I'm reading the bot chat basically, which where it relays the Discord or the game chat to Discord. You. I'm not sure if they finished sleeping yet or not. Okay, yeah, they have. So it only got to 2 a.m., but hey, better than nothing. Comatose is sleep leader. This area is clear of tangos. I repeat, all clear. They're saying that we're done sleeping. The server's goofy, okay? But yeah, it's apparently 3 a.m. in the game, so that didn't sleep long enough, but oh well. I guess we probably started sleeping too early. Right, I was gonna show you this book. So, it's called Groaning into Darkness, a poetry collection. Um, I had a little author's note where she thanked people in the server for like helping her. It's Castile, Ted, who else? Branzius Devereaux, which is played by Moby. There was another staff member, by the way. He's the resident doctor for a while. Um, my character's name is Fawn. And anyway, so then she wrote some poetry. I can read through that real quick while we wait for daylight. So, claws, reaching, groans, bellowing, rocks, arcing through the sky. Pain, blistering blood, dripping, wounds, bleeding in the dark. Deep do the dwellers dwell, in darkness they bolden, in groups they swarm, overwhelming, surrounding, destroying life. In sunshine they retreat, in morning rays they recoil, and go back down below, where they wait in shadowy corners, groaning. There's also another one called Hours Upon Hours. Hours upon hours spent in sleepless nights. Why cower? One asks who has not witnessed their bites. Find beauty in the small things between their claws and puted wings. One can spy a little glimmer with their good eye. A glitter of gold on a stormy night of hopeful rays of light. Indeed, it is quite a sight, yet it'll give you quite a fright. What if these moments do not last? These moments, they pass fast. Enjoy life while it's here. Don't give in to the fear. And last one is paralyzed. Dizzy vertigo, nausea overtakes, stomach churning, trapped, the fear, paralyzing, frozen, muscles stiff, unresponsive, danger rising, run. And that's the end of that book. But she's got a weird connection to the dwellers, the fawn does, in that she's terrified of them. Because at one point she was trapped in a cave with them for 3 days straight. Oop, I did not mean to fall there. She's fine. She like lost half a health point. Um, yeah, she's terrified of them. She can't go out at night much, but she's slowly but surely overcoming that because she did at one point when she first came back. She pretty much had panic attacks every time she left the house, which was no fun. So we're gonna see if we actually have the arrival event today because apparently one of the members of the arrival event is not quite showing up, but we think we're gonna give them another 10 minutes or so to see if they'll show. because I haven't responded to roll call or anything. And but if not, we can still stream. I mean, I do. What? I have a visitor. I didn't hear anything in character. Like the proximity tab. No one knocked or anything. Little. I mean, I see them on the map. Oh. They mean a dweller is sitting outside the door. No. Nope, they were not trying to trick me into opening the door. Okay. Oh, he's trying to get the. Oh, right, because Walla plays the guard, so to speak. Which, like, the main soldier in town, I guess. There are other soldiers, but they're not quite as active. His name is Sigurd. So he's kind of hanging out there. Circling around my house. Like, where is he? Okay, so it looks like the arrival event might be cancelled. I'm just gonna. Yep. Proper gallery? Do explain. Oh, wait, I think she means an HQ. I think that's what she means. Oh! Uh. Gotcha. Alrighty. So it is 3:25. I hate the fact that I hate and love the fact that we extended day length because, one, nights take forever, but good news is days are longer too, so. Um, I can just look through all the junk that Cass has brought here. I don't even know what half of this stuff is, but it's in my house, so. Also, I find it funny that Fawn's first arrow, she made it and then I itemized it and then I lost it and then I don't even know how it got here, but I guess Cass found it and put it in his basket. But I just find it goofy. Fawn also has a torch. Um, it was an inside joke between Cass and Fawn. It says the words "for Cass with love" are carved into the side of a wooden handle alongside a small, crudely carved heart. Totally not for burning anyone. Uh, ooh, someone finished song lyrics. This is something I wrote. Actually, do I want to read this? It's kind of terrible, but heck to it. Why not? So, this was written for Cass to sing. They both like singing. I'm not gonna try and sing it. You cannot haze me into doing that. But I've got too much energy for this life, watching the world pass me by, tired of standing behind the curtains. I want to be in the spotlights. Put me on that stage. I promise you, I'll wow you away. Just give me a chance. You'll find there's more than meets the eye in this vessel of mine. The world is my anchor, it weighs on my shoulders, sinking, sinking, down below the dark and deep. But I fight on, because the world is mine. Or because this world is mine. It's my stage. And nothing you can do to take that away from me. This is my proving ground, my place to be. Let me fight, fight on. I'll show you, this world of mine, it's mine, it's mine, it's mine. It's my stage, so find a seat, sit down, and enjoy the show. The show goes on, I'll find my place on the page, right next to fame. I'll live the life I want to see. I'll be the person I want to be. So take a seat, sit down, and enjoy the show because I've got too much energy for this life, watching the world pass me by, tired of standing behind the curtains. No more, no more. Put me on that stage, I promise you, I'll wow you away. I had intended to write more, but it never kind of happened, so they're eternally unfinished. Um, so we'll see how that goes. Ooh, yeah, that's true. Bum 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 ba bum. Okay. It is still only barely 3 a.m. Do I have any more books to read to you guys? I don't know. Oh, right, I have a journal. Do I want to read this? You know what? Let's just read. Oops. Got some photographs that I can't show you because I don't have a frame. Oh, hey. I don't know. Thank you, Stormer Hoy. Is that how you pronounce that? I appreciate the follow. Um, yeah, thank you. Da, 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 da. Where was I? A letter. Yeah, okay. So I have this. Ooh, do I want to read that one? No. A lot of letters in here. Don't know which ones are which, to be honest. All of them are could be from anyone. Ah, okay, right. This was referencing a surgery that Fawn had where the entire town got to hear her screams. um where her left hand is ever since she got trapped in that cave with the drifters, she's had to she got an injury in her hand that got infected, blah blah blah. Long treatment arc where eventually she basically her hand's healed, but she has because of a part of a surgery was they had to take a huge chunk of dead flesh, dead infected flesh. That was from it was infected with gangrene or whatever. Out of the back of her hand, so she basically does not have half the muscles that used to be in her hand, and so she's just um, she kind of just has she doesn't have a lot of usage of her hand to the point where it actually hurts to use it for almost anything. So she's kind of at a point where she's like, wouldn't it have better just have been wouldn't it have been better just to amputate it at this point? Because at least then it wouldn't hurt constantly. I would at least be able to like the hook. I could at least climb a ladder with a hook. But right now it's just like what. Right now she can't even use it to climb a ladder because it hurts to move it. And she's kind of at this point where she doesn't want to tell anyone that she feels that way because she feels that if she did, she would she would basically like it would be ungrateful to the town who helped her all throughout her surgery, but also because they had to do like a whole pull together to get enough technology to do the town, but to do the surgery rather. But if she feels like it's ungrateful to feel that way, so she's afraid to say anything. But let's see. Oh, hey, I just noticed your chat message. I am currently writing my character, but it was too quiet, so I might as well see what's up here. Yeah, nice. It was ignore the hoy. Oh, yeah. Okay, gotcha. I expect yeah, okay. It is a little sad. But Fawn is one of those characters she really just doesn't want to be sad about it all the time, but people keep on like looking at her like they're like, "Oh, are you okay? How's the hand?" blah blah blah, and it makes her sad, but she just wants people to move on at this point. Like she just wants people to move on so she can continue living, go back to normal per se as best she can. So every time someone mentions the surgery, she's like, uh, you know, um, but let's see. This is the letter basically is just I think it was right after the surgery, from her neighbor Licorice who lives in this house up here. He says again, I'm again still tickled that your surgery was a success. I'm glad to have spotted you enjoying the dock that's up here. that Ted is working on. I'd love if it love to in the near future take you on a sailboat ride if you ever feel up to it. Still haven't done that yet with Licorice, but Licorice is the local sailor. Until that day, I'll continue donating my rabbit pellets for your paper cause, meaning she makes papers, and that's what she makes them out of. I'm thankful for the supply you've given me in the past and have made sure to put it to good use. Your neighbor, Licorice. I still pronounce it like licorice, and I don't know if that's right. Um, we've got a lot of letters in here. I won't read all of them, but and she has a lot of blank paper that she just kind of got stocking up, I guess. And I'm the HOA, no pets allowed. Okay. But yeah, that's true. Ed is the HOA leader. He's the current town leader of sorts. He's a temporary role. We had like a mini election with the intent that we would have a bigger election for like a more permanent role later in the server. Yeah. So let's see what else we got here. This is Elle's old room. She has since made a new character, the player of the character. And so this is kind of they used to be friends, and this house was originally built for the two of them, but then shortly after it was built, Elle just kind of went missing. We still don't know what happened to her, in characterly that is. So and Fawn was, she was very sad for a long period of time. But yes, the city layout. We have a mod. We have a mod called Medieval Map, I think it's called. That it's an optional mod, so you can it's client side, so you can choose whether you want it or not, but it's in our like recommended mods list. And it makes the map look like this. You can see here's Sour's house down here, and also all these dots we have mailboxes, so that's what and I'm like the postmaster of sorts. So I've made waypoints to keep track of what mailboxes, what address. I probably need to update some of them with new houses, but this is the arena up here, which we might use for events in the future. Windmill, the docks. I think this is a new house I haven't quite seen yet. This is Cyrus's mini farm area. This is Sour's farm. And Sour and Ted's farm, actually, and their house. This is the Rapada's forge. Edmund's house and workshop. So, and then this is the inn right here. This is the clinic. I think this is like an open area that like is for it's just like a garden area of sorts that you can kind of chill out on in front of the inn. So there's a lot of cool stuff here. I would really like it to become light soon, but it is very dark. What else have I got to show you guys? I don't want to read his bio. You know what? Let's read, I don't know where I put it. There's a book around here. Oh, you know what? I think I actually loaned it to someone. I don't think they gave it back. There was a big book I started writing. There was like an autobiography that I never finished, and I let another character read the manuscript, and I think he forgot to give it back. Which, if so, that's hilarious. But also, because Fawn just never asked for it back. But yeah, I think it is. I think it's gone. So, oh well. We can instead read her journal. Or at least start reading it. Let's see. Around mining and foraging. Oh, okay, so we have a couple, there are no gladiators, but we planned on having, like, festivals and stuff. It's for around mining and foraging hut, if you all have... No, you're welcome to do foraging. We pretty much have someone for everyone at this point, or everything at this point, so you're welcome to do whatever you want in the server. It's more just, whatever you enjoy. So you're welcome to do whatever you want. We have, that said, we do have a forge and a couple people share it at the moment. But you're welcome to play whatever you like. And we could always, sometimes we have people for something, but they're not very active or whatever. So feel free, do whatever you like. I mean, we have, yeah. So we have other miners too, but like we have almost something for everything almost, for the most part at this point. So this is her journal. It started on May 6, year 0, because she was one of the first settlers, I believe. We've arrived in the wildlands. The trip here was rather nauseating, but thankfully the symptoms subsided quickly. One of the fellow travelers, Edmund, wanted me to mention how great his stew was back at HQ. Oh, I don't know why Sigurd's right up at my door. He might knock. I don't know. I'm waiting to see. Which, to be fair, it was pretty good. Yep, he knocked. Okay, I guess we'll read that later. Actually, I want to do that. I'm gonna put the book up first. There we go. So she'll just shamble down the... Oh! Sigurd! Ushers him inside. Because dark, and she wants him out of here. Or in here, rather. It wants the drifters out of here. Morning, I suppose. Said, what brings you here at such an early hour? Also, he looks a little frozen. I might want to say something about that. She moves unceremoniously to start a fire as she waits for his explanation. Just gonna boop boop. That should last a while. She says, I didn't really think of how early it was. I've been out dealing with some troublesome critters. I hope I didn't wake you. She shakes her head as she finishes setting, or let's say lighting, the fire. Hey! Nice to see you, Vic this Vic the Slickfill. Hi. Thank you for the follow. No, not at all. I was having trouble sleeping tonight. I don't know why I did an exclamation point at the end of that. I hope he didn't say anything. I think I got a little flustered. Yeah, she tends to have trouble sleeping a lot, so that makes sense. Yeah, the only thing about this sort of roleplay is there's a lot of waiting for people to respond. I personally prefer it to voice roleplay, but because I just find it easier for me. But I'm also a writer at heart, so this is how it goes. um, ye. Waiting patiently. Sigurd Asgeir, I guess is how you say it. Check through my inventory. Right, I have 52 flint arrows. She has not shot a bow since her surgery. For some reason, I still keep it on me. Ah, I see. Well, here's the thing. I saw that G had made some pies and left them in the inn. One of them has honey in it, which made me think of you. Oh. So I took a slice and brought it over, if you'd like it. Fawn blinks. Surprised. What about honey made you think of me? She's like, what? Are you calling me sweet? She's kind of become like the unofficial town's little sister. I don't know how that happened. Totally no. Totally not uh because she's how do I even describe her? A klutz, but also really like apologetic. Oh god, I gotta tell you guys about. Uh oh, Sour's here. Ah, okay, so this, your well, voice problem. Now I know you don't need any help with it, but I figured it might help to eat some like Darvo suggested. Right. So Fawn's been having trouble with singing because after her surgery, long story short, it caused lung problems. It's a complicated story involving science, but she has some lung problems that she can't like exert her voice, and she used to love singing, and now she can't really do that anymore. So Sigmund. So it's an oops. Let's see. Fawn smiles warmly at Sour. It's been a while. How are you? Sour steps in, kicking the snow off her boots, and then looking at him. Sigurd, sorry, Sigurd. She giggles nervously. I'll let Sigurd respond first. I was about to say Sigmund again. do 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 do. Ba 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 da ba ba. No worries. You must have confused me for my cousin, eh? He said this in a clearly joking tone. Fawn glances at Sigurd, surprised. You have a cousin? Name is Sigmund? Totally missed the joke. She 100% just missed that joke. I will tell you, there was a time when she accidentally. It has. I came to check up on you. Maybe offer a trade. I ain't interrupting nothing, am I? Fawn shakes her head. Oh, no, not at all. Although it is like 5 in the morning. She offers a weary smile. Oh, no, Sigurd laughs. No, no, I don't, at least for what I know. I was just messing with Sour. Sour Patch Candy. Sour Patch Kids. I can't help but feel like we make jokes about Sour being, because it's pronounced Sour, and we make jokes about her being Sour Patch Kids. Or like Sour Candy or whatever. Also, she has made a ton of puns, so like she's made sauerkraut with her name in case I actually think I still have some. It's like chopped lettuce, but sauerkraut. And so she has like distinctive recipes. Dude, there's a fire right behind you. So, not built for the early morning. It is going. What? think we're all confused. It is going. Oh, never mind me. Seems he got it. Blinks in confusion before shrugging. Hmm. I think takes a seat at the bench behind her. Oop. Would you like it? Oh, right, the pie. Oh, right, the pie. Uh, rubs the back of her neck sheepishly. I mean, I'll never turn down free food. Sour takes a seat at the table, stretching her arms out and letting them speak. Give me the pie! I just want the pie. Bum, 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 ba-doom, bum, bum. She holds out a piece of pie to Fawn. Right, well, here you are. Hope it helps, if only a little. Nods, taking the offered pie. Thank you, Sigurd. That was really thoughtful of you. She goes to tuck it away in her pantry. Oh, right, I can't do that. Nope. We'll put it in here. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. Sour smells of Sigurd. That's a point for him in her book. Fawn takes a seat again. Okay, so Sigurd is, for some reason, thought that Fawn doesn't like him, and Fawn doesn't know that he thinks that she doesn't like him. And so she's like, really, like, she has no clue that he thinks that she's upset with her. And so she doesn't know how to contest it, but like, she's not upset with him, but he thinks she is, and so she just doesn't know. Oh, Sour, I've killed a few wolves last night, so if you'd like to take a look at them later. Okay. I have a bad habit of singing when I am bored. Well, I'm not bored, but like when I'm waiting for something. Sour taps her chin coyly. That depends. You feel like eating them? Because I'm all about skinning them. Gotcha. Okay. She blinks, suddenly perking up. I still have. Oh, by the way, I still have a ton of hides. Too large for me to use for paper downstairs. Sigurd says, I don't really care much about what happens to them, really. Just figured you could put them to use. Hey! Hey, bearded kobold. Nice wave. Let's see. Hold on, I was mentioned in the Discord, I just noticed. Ah, okay, that's fine. They're just like, so apparently the arrival event has indeed been canceled. I kind of figured since Sour was here because he was supposed to be hosting it. So we won't be having the arrival event today, unfortunately, but we will probably reschedule that for another day. Um, and in the time being, we get to roleplay here. So Sour nods to Sigurd. I'm your girl, Sig. I'll be ready to head out after I ask Fawn a few things. She turns to Fawn. I can take him off your hands and send him to Seven, but I want to trade for a few parchments as well. Okay. Oh, I see. I have quite a bit of paper of parchment as well. How much do you need? Sour smiles a guilty smile. And a book if you can spare? She bats her eyelashes. Thanks. Let's see, she laughs a bit, coughing, because she has trouble laughing sometimes, coughing lightly as she does so. Necessities. I can probably make a book or two for you if you provide me some leather. Da, ba, da, 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 da. Not too much. Maybe 20 or so? Not too much. Okay. I have leather, small eyes, pickles, and a crock filled and sealed for you. Huh, okay. Pickles. Okay. I just misread letters to my dear sweet villagers. I think leather is a problem at the moment, at least that's what Seven told me. He doesn't have any limestone left to make any. Blinks. Wait, we had limestone? She's just been making lime out of wood ash this whole time. I've been making lime out of wood ash this whole time. Fawn would be the one to do the hard way, yeah, all the time. She would be. Oh, I still haven't told you guys about when she almost burned her house down. The moment after it was made, like built. Tets are hiding confusion. No one gave you any? We got a ton from Lambert. Seven ate it right up. Ambi too. Ah! Why are you burning yourself? I think that was meant to be out of character, but I don't know. Apparently, I think Ambrosius has some right now from what I was told. I'm not sure, really. You'd have to talk to him. Seems, let's see. He seems a little put out by this information. Um, no one, no one gave me any. No one gave me any, no. I guess she was freezing to death, not burning. Okay. But I'm not sure really. You'd have to talk to him. Okay. Um, it's a little. I guess no one thought that she would need any because they don't realize that paper making also requires lime. Potentially, I don't know. She sighs softly, coughing a bit. Mm. Well, Lambie's got a deal with me to send me a chunk of whatever he finds. I'll make sure some of that comes your way next time. Deal? He blinks, glancing back at Sour. Oh, I'd really appreciate that. Okay, bye, Stormer. Stormer, bye. Have a good sleep. Or you want to say wake up? Yeah, yeah, have a good sleep, but you are going to sleep, right? Yeah, have a good night. Sleep well. Yee. Let's see. What was I gonna? Oh, yes, the story of the fire. So I had been house just built, right? Like Edmund was our architect, and he just left the house and was like, "Go furnish it. Be free." I'll make sure to let you know if I find any on the expeditions I signed up for. Okay. Um. Yeah. So she says, "Go, like, go furnish your house," and she goes to cook something on the stove, and then. It was both an in-character and out-of-character mistake because at the basically it was at the time the counter was over here as opposed to over here where it is now. Fire pit was right in this corner, and she burns. I accidentally misclicked on instead of doing the fire with the torch, which was right here. I ended up clicking the window. The window sets ablaze, starts spreading up the side of the house, and Edmund is like halfway down the street. He turns around and sees the house in a blaze, and he comes straight back, and it's like, "What the fuck, Fawn?" Like, it was the best, but also the worst. Because it was I was dying of laughter when it happened. Um, yeah. So sour smells and knots. Anything for you, doll. You alright with that cough too? I've got some honey at my place if your throat hurts. Sour smiles to Sigurd. I'd much like to come with you on one of those sometime. I think you and I would make good bodyguards. Uh, Fawn smiles gratefully at Sour. I'd appreciate that. Thank you. Or let's actually rephrase that. So, smiles gratefully at Shower. I am alright. Let's see. I'm doing alright. I wouldn't mind some of that honey, though. And it says, I guess you already know about the upcoming cave dive Rapid's planning. Fawn blinks at Sigurd at the mention of a cave dive. I think that was on the notice board. Oh, right. I heard about that. You're not going? She was hoping Sour wouldn't have to go. She seems a little uneasy about the whole topic. She's thinking all my friends are gonna die in that cave. But she's trying to remain positive, but Sigurd says, he asked me to come with you the moment I met him, actually. So, Rap is short for Rapata, which is our current blacksmith. So he's been planning an expedition into this cave for quite a while now, actually. Apparently, he's also invited Sigurd and Sour, and even if he hadn't invited Fawn, she would have been like, no way. So it's just Sigurd and Sour that I know of, but I think some others might be going too. Sorry. Sour winks to Fawn to affirm that she may bring it by. You excited? How are you against some taters? Taters is um, what Sour calls the drifters or the dwellers, also known as the potatoes. Too many names for them in this server, but we don't. None of them actually call. We don't call them drifters in this server. They're either dwellers or potatoes. But then, out of characterly, sometimes we refer them to them as drifters. So, um, silly. And so Sour calls them taters as a play off of potatoes. Those damn taters, kind of thing. Do, 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 do. Did the fire burn out? I think it did. Yeah, but they're okay, I think. They'll restart it if we need to. Sigurd shrugs. Honestly, I've stopped counting at this point if that tells you enough. I help the miners secure the iron mine out west. I already have experience with the underground taters, too. There's a plane outside that is very loud. Okay. Uh, Sour. No, Fawn. I'm not Sour. I'm Fawn. Fawn shifts uneasily a bit. Nope, I've already done that. Sour Son. Hold her left hand, her bandaged left hand a bit closer to her chest. Chewing her lower lip. As she listens to the others. I have no idea what's happening in general chat. Something about smithing? Smithing be smithing? Smiths be smithing. There we go. Smitherinos. Whatever a smitherino is. I don't know. I guess they're talking about smiths, like the blacksmiths, I'm guessing, but that's all I got. Sour catches herself on something and looks apprehensive of continuing the topic. You're gonna give me the opportunity to see you in action, yeah? Maybe I can drag you on a hunt sometime, wrestle a bear together or something. Like, that's gonna reassure Fawn, is the idea of of her friends wrestling a bear. Oh. I have been tossed a fired crock. And a bunch of rawhides and some leather. Okay. And some pickled carrots. Fawn blinks at the offered items. Oh, right. Do you want some... Hold on. You wanted 20 parchment and a book for these? Sigurd says, Sure, why not? Actually, I think Darvis wanted to head out and explore a bit later once the snow thaws to see if he can find any medicinal use for plants around this place. Darvos is one of our doctors. Sigurd says, I figure we need someone to help guide us so we don't get lost anyway, so you'd be perfect for that, I reckon. I might just go ahead. Stands to retrieve the... Oh. Sour taps Sigurd playfully on the chin. I'd love to. Just give me an hour or so to drop some stuff off at home and I'll be ready. She turns to Fawn if possible. I don't want to dry you out. Fawn stands to retrieve the items mentioned. No, no. That's perfectly alright. I've got enough to spare. She offers a faint smile before proceeding up the ladder. Da, 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 da. So I got some parchment here, so let's see, 20 parchment, and I'll use, like, I think it was 8 for a book. Give her 2 more. There we go. It won't be colorful, but it will be what it is, so. Let's stick these here. Oh, that also goes here. Yeah, that was it. Okay. Returns. Handing Sour the paper and book as requested. It just spits 20 paper at her. I always find the throwing animation hilarious. Oh, I guess Sigurd got him by accident. Moves to place the food in her pantry. Oops. I just realized I have a bunch of pickled carrots already in here that I haven't eaten yet, so I can add those. I think. Yeah, there we go. 61 pickled carrots now. Impressive. And there we go. I just gotta take these downstairs at some point. Sour gives the book a few taps and sniffs the inside of it in delight. I ain't been much of a reader, but I love the smell of a good book. Thank you, doll. Fawn offers a slightly wider smile. Of course, Sour. Anything for, I don't know if that's really her personality. Of course, Sour. I owe you one, or no, how do I want to word this? Oh, I'll try not to give this one away. So I guess that's where she's been giving what's happening to all her older books. Of course, Sour. And do with it what you like. Books are meant to be shared, yeah? To be shared, no? Takes a seat. Sigurd says, "Hey, Miss Fawn, I'm sorry to ask, but would you happen to have a bit more spare parchment? I don't really have anything to trade, but having some extra paper to write letters would be useful." Fawn blinks before nodding hurriedly. Of course. I can spare a few. How many do you need? Apparently, Vass accidentally stole, um, well, accidentally stole, some of Walla's parchment. Oopsie. Fire burned out. I don't know if we need it still, though. I'll let them decide. Sour sleepishly slides of Sigurd a few sheets of the parchment Fawn just gave her. It's way more than one. Uh, Sigurd says, "I'm not really sure, honestly. I don't need that many, so 10 or and he gets cut off by Sour sliding Fawn some or sliding Sigurd. God, Sour sliding Sigurd some paper. Names. Wow. Sigurd slowly takes them while looking between the two. uh, Fawn chuckles lightly and goes upstairs to retrieve something. Who knows what that is? Totally not grabbing some paper for her. Because, let's see here. Let's do 8. No, let's do 10. Hands. No, hold on. Returns and hands 10 new sheets to Sour to compensate for those. I don't know what Sigurd is doing. To those she gave to Sigurd. I love being able to tell that you're absolutely jamming right now. Yep. Wait, I might have missed it, but did Sigurd just did Sour just give Sigurd the 10 papers I gave Sour? I'm not sure. Something was handed between them. Oh, Sour passes a few more to Sigurd, putting him at the 10 he requested and her at the 20 she requested. Okay. I guess that's fair. Yeah, apparently Walla is 100% jamming out right now. He's just jamming. It looks like he's nodding off in character, but. Or maybe like doing the headbang dance. Hey. Sigurd accepts these as well with a grin. Yes, he is vibing. I just personally I can't imagine being so into music that you like your mouse is just moving up and down, but hey, I feel it. Like So, Sour stows the goods in her pack. Before I head out, how's your autobiography coming along, Fawn? Uh-oh. Blink, blinks before thinking for a moment. What is He's really fine. Sour, or Fawn blinks before thinking for a moment. Um, actually, I think I let York borrow the manuscript, and I don't know that he ever returned it. He might have, though, is the only thing. I might have just lost it. I don't know where it is. Maybe I just lost it. Seems a little confused. Sigurd looked between the two with a clearly surprised expression. You're writing an autobiography, Miss Fawn? Blinks. Um, sort of? Blushes a bit embarrassed. Yeah, he's vibing. He is 100% vibing. Sour gives Fawn a look of disbelief. You mean that thing sitting on that shelf and a copy? Oh gosh. She pinches the bridge of her nose, chuckling and muttering to herself. I swear those boys. Sour and York actually live together. Okay, well I guess now we located it. Okay. Uh, Blinks. Oh, you know where it is? Seems vaguely relieved. Yeah, also, she did not make a copy of her book before handing it to. Nope. Little bit of an oversight there. To be honest, I completely forgot about the fact that I had loaned it to York up until this stream, and then I was like, you know what? I don't know where it is. It's in my kitchen. I'll bring it back as soon as I drop this stuff off. Um, Honestly, that's quite impressive. I bet you it's great. You'll have to let me read it once it's done. Oh no, people are expecting me to actually finish it. Laughs. No, chuckles a bit nervously. Sure. If I ever get around to finishing it. To be honest, I don't remember a lot of the stuff that happened. Like the autobiography was meant to start in the very first days of the server when like the first settlers came around, and then like I don't remember almost half of those events, so I don't know how to write half of that anymore. But I mean, I have my journal as a reference, but that's not. I like did not keep very good track of my journal. Like I didn't update it daily or anything like that. I updated it. There was one time where I actually just didn't write it in it for an in-game year, so and then I picked it up again after that. But Sour rises to her feet, giving her arms a stretch. Well, I'm gonna go fetch up for you. I'll see you around, you two. nods in agreement. I might take a walk about town, get some fresh air and all. Feel free to leave it in my mailbox. Sigurd mentions, I'll wait for you to get back if that's alright with Miss Fawn, of course, and then we can go get those wolves I mentioned. Nods towards Sigurd. Of course, you can wait here if you... he starts to say, alright, never mind then, and she's kinda... kind of interrupts her as he's saying, of course you can wait here if you... Sour tips her hat to the both of them. I'll find you, Sig. I am a huntress, after all. That is true. Ooh, Ted's on. Is that right? Yeah, Ted. Ted slash Arkamor's joined. Sigurd says, fair, I'm not hard to find with all the clanking of the armor. I'm guessing is what he means. Chuckles a bit, coughing. Nah, just chuckles a bit, I guess. Sour giggles, be safe you two. Nods towards Sour. And off she goes. Glances back at Sigurd. Oops, Sigurd. She says, right, I'll head out too then. Make sure to take care of that Miss Fawn. Alright, I will. Thank you again for paying me a visit and for the pie. Which I'll probably snack on before I go to, before I go on the walk, in which case I'll, like, show off the town and whatnot. Heh, you shouldn't thank me for the pie. Thank G. I'm guessing G's the one who cooked it. But no problem. I don't think I ever see G because, he's in a different time zone, but... okay, that's that. I am going to eat some delicious honey jelly pie. Nice. Also this is sauerkraut. I still can't get over that. I should probably eat it before it expires, but it'll last another 1.8 years. I can show it off for that long, right? Let's go put this is my basement where I do the paper making and such, which also... I think these are, yep, those are ready to be scraped. So let's do that. And then parchment made. Stock replaced, basically. What else? Right, I was gonna drop these. Oh, I had more I had more leather, if I could speak, than I thought I did. Nice. But I am out of, well, almost out of wood ash. I could probably make one more here. One more barrel. Right, and water. I really need to move this well. I had plans to eventually move it down underneath the pillar, like as a... but I need the help of an architect to, like, help me with that, and I've kind of started to get the ball rolling, but it's been slow. But anyway. So it'll turn into lye after 12 hours. Let's do that. And then I have some tan in here, but I haven't actually used it since we got an actual leather worker, so. And let's drop my parchment upstairs. There we go. And then we'll head outside. So it's currently winter right now, if that wasn't obvious, but. Oh, that was fast. Okay, biography. Another letter, which. Yeah, I could. And some wood ash. This is nice. I'll read all that. Let's look at the letter. Hey neighbor, I was writing you with my last piece of parchment to inquire about requesting more if you find the time to make another batch. Along with my letter is more wood ash and rabbit pelts. Rather than putting you to work, what I'd really like is a moment of your time to share with you something I think you'd find very special. Looking forward to seeing you soon. Darn, I don't think Licorice is on right now, or I'd go see him, but let's put this one on the table to remind me to go see him, and then put this one upstairs in her little chest-a-majig. He's gonna deliver. Yeah, let's just deliver this stack of papers to him. Oh, right, and the book. This is her autobiography, which you guys don't get to see yet. I'll have to show you some other time. um, maybe when night falls again in the game, but that might be a hot while. Let's see. Da, 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 da. Where am I going? I don't know where I'm going. I'm going down here. And then I gotta drop these off there. That off there. I think that was, yeah, then I gotta give this to deliver that. You know what? I kind of want to write a letter when I deliver that to him, so I might hold on to it for now. And also, I want to see him in person because he's been telling me for a while that he wants that. So he has something to give me. I don't know what it is, but. Okay. A walk. Finally. So, up that way is the arena. I might have time to go visit over there. This is the notice board. It's more decorative than anything. We have what do you call it? A channel on the Discord for the notice board. This is Ambrosius' clinic, which is also more than just Ambrosius' now, but there's also the inn over here, which is absolutely friggin' massive. I'll probably come back to that. There's Darvos, the doctor, chilling with nods towards Darvos as she passes. Might wanna move. Okay. Blinks as Darvos gets assaulted by a ram. Are you okay? He's like, why? Okay. Darvos checks himself over. I think I'll be okay. How are you? Vaughn offers a worried smile. Um, I'm alright. Just actually taking a walk through town. Hey. Oh, yeez. Ah, then I won't keep you. Thank you for coming to my aid there. Offers a faint smile. Of course. You sure you're alright? Darvis realizes he's on a table. Nothing a few bandages and a joint resocketing won't fix. Fawn's eyes widen. Are you... how do I word? Not... Ah, Sigurd... Never mind. Because they just walked past Sigurd and Sour did. Fawn's eyes widen. I don't know how she would word it. Nothing a few bandages and a joint resocketing won't fix. A joint resocketing? She echoes, concerned. Right. I think I dislocated my shoulder, but it's nothing serious. I'll take care of it in the clinic in a moment. Darvis is our doctor, but like, um, still seems largely unconvinced, but she accepts his word. Alright. If you're sure? Question mark. Darvo states, I'll be fine. I do need to get back to my research for your remedy here shortly anyway. I was just taking a moment to get some fresh air before I was rudely rammed. Offers a faint smile. Offers a faintly grateful smile. Although it doesn't quite reach her eyes. She's thinking, she's of the thought process that like, yeah, I'm glad that you, or like, I'm grateful that you're working on a remedy, but also she doesn't have much hope that it'll work, but, um, alright. Thank you, Darvis. Let's see. I'll be off then if you're sure you're alright. Alright, thank you for the worry. He notices that half-hearted smile. I don't expect to find a cure, just something to keep the edge dulled. Take care. Offers a smile. Offers a slightly brighter smile in return. Before departing with a small wave. So, and this is the garden I mentioned before across from the inn. And Darvos MVP. What is MVP? This is a Rapata's Forge. Oh? Darvos says, oh, I don't know what for. I guess I missed it. Oh well. They just cut down a tree. Cyrus did. This is Rapata's Forge. Most valuable player. Um, I would say somewhat, yeah, because he's a medic. I'm a bit curious what they're doing over here. What are you guys doing? Looks like they're building something. Oh, there's Ted. Looks like a construction project of some sort. Yeah, Darvos is nice. Oh, good afternoon, Fawn. Just laying the foundation for Stefan's home at long last, he said, rubbing the back of his head. He seemed a bit embarrassed. Fawn blinks. Ah, I see. Cyrus looks at Fawn. I'm helping Ted build a house for Stefan. Ah, I see. Well, I'll leave you to it. I was just taking a walk around town. Alrighty, see you soon. Alrighty. She heads off with a small wave. So this way, I'm not going to go all the way this way because Edmonds does not like people on his property anymore. I don't think he would actually care, but because people keep stealing from him, so. But yeah, that's his workshop. That's, well, storage, sort of. And then that's his, yeah. So this way, there's a little mine, the tunnels down here. And then if we head this way, I don't know what that is, but this way is Sour's house and farm and whatnot, which I'll probably just pass right by. That's the farm. This is their house. I think this is York's workshop over there. They have a very grand house. Yeah, this is, ooh. York has some food left out. I don't know if that's intentional or not. I guess so. Yeah, because it's a cooking. Okay, gotcha. Was it York who was here or someone else? I can't remember now. Thought it was York. Then we will head. Let's head through the arena. I think Edmund and Ted built that. We'll see what's over there. And then we'll probably head back to the inn and take a look inside. There's my house. You can see the arena in the distance over there. There's the windmill. The place with the food. Yes, the inn is the place with the food, indeed. Oh, that's G's face. Oh, okay, yes. Okay, that explains a lot because I never see him on. Okay. So this is the arena. It looks a little different in snow, but um yeah, it looks better out when it's not snowing, but these are like little stands for people to stand on. Well, sit on. And you can there's another area over there too that I don't actually think I've seen. Eventually we probably will connect the paths, but we haven't done that just yet. I don't know what this is. Okay. And then, let's see if anything else I'll show you guys. Oh, right, I was gonna go back to the inn. Oh, and right, this is Licorice's house down here. As you can see, he's got a little area down there. And this is the docks, which I haven't actually looked into much recently. See what's down here. I assume it's a public building, I think. Okay, not much here yet. Yeah, that's pretty neat. Chicken! Okay, let's head to the inn. I guess that's, yeah, that's under construction right there. So the inn is where all the new members will stick around in. So like when people first arrive in the server, they'll probably be in the inn for at least a while until we can build them a house. So you see there's this is the inside of the inn. Pretty much any food on the counter is pretty much free for the taking. In fact, might take some pie. There we go. Oh, I got a stick. Where'd I get a stick from? Is that your stick? Oh, I do not know where I got this stick from. Hello again. Blinks. Hi, Darvos. Don't know where this stick came from. Guess let's put it up here for now. I remembered as you left, Ted had made a delicious tea. You might ask him to try it if you're interested. Blinks. Nope. Smiles. Uh, smiles softly. Oh, that was. Oh, let's see. Oh, that would be nice. I'll be sure to ask him later. Sorry to trouble you again. One shakes her head. But he's departing before she can say more, apparently. Oh, he's on the door, but okay. That's my bad. I thought he was already gone. Either way, have a nice day. Offers a faint smile in his direction. Gives the ram across the way an evil look. Yes, the ram. So this way is the stage, which we use for like band performances and whatnot. There's some more tables over here. Fireplace. I don't usually venture upstairs, but I am just gonna show you a little bit. There's these rooms, and there's all the rooms are up here. A1, A2, A3. I think there's more upstairs as well. Edmund did a really impressive job with the inn. B1, B1, yep. It's just. Oh man, she would be having such a hard time with those stairs. With her lungs. Apparently all the rooms, yes, they are all full at the moment. So we've been kind of, or at least as far as I know, we've been kind of just loaning out beds from people's houses and whatnot. What else do I want to show off? I could go into the clinic, but I don't want Darvos to see me and be like, "Are you hurt?" And I'd have to explain that. But there's some like chemistry stuff in there and whatnot. Alright, there's a big group of people over there. I don't want to get too involved in that because I do think I am probably going to wrap this up here soon. But I really enjoyed sharing this with you guys. Darvos is out. Okay, okay. I will do that. So, there's the clinic. This is also where you respawn if you die. Is in upstairs in the clinic. So, there's this chemistry set. There's a bunch of stuff. There's a little Adelaide microscope. Or Adelaide, I don't know. And then respawn up here next to the beds if you die, as if someone had like dragged you back to town and you were injured and you were just kind of, and you're expected to kind of roleplay out your injuries if you can. So, and then, right, might wanna, yeah, let's head inside. And then there's the minute. Oh, by the way, I was gonna show you guys real fast the autobiography so far, because I was gonna play longer, but I think let's see, where is it? The First Settlers. Prologue. Ready or not, here we come. You ready? The imposing stature of the translocator stood before the three of us. Three strangers united in the fear of what lay ahead. Rapada went first, while Edmund kept muttering about witches and cursed magic. I hadn't taken him for the cowardly type, but I guess everyone has their vices. And admittedly, I was pretty scared too. Colonel Nicky, as we later dubbed him, hadn't done much to reassure us. We were going in blind. Whatever we found on the other side of this contraption, we would be the first to see it. Rapada stepped towards the platform. Stepped forward to the platform. Rapada struck me as a quiet type. Still does, if I'm being honest, but I thought I still sensed some fear radiating off of him. And then Colonel Nicky pulled the lever and poof! He was gone, just like that. And even though I was terrified, somehow this was enough to make me excited. After all, what kind of genius would you have to be to make something like that? My mind was stirring with a desire to see exactly how this thing worked, or to understand how it ticked, and somehow, when Colonel Nicky turned back to Edmund and I managed to pipe up with a desire to go next. And so I did. I walked up to the translocator, I stepped onto the platform, and poofed. But suddenly, I was somewhere where nobody, and suddenly I was somewhere no one had ever been before. Or so we thought. Chapter 1. Somewhere new yet old. I suppose I should probably tell you my name. It's Fawn. Fawn Feline, to be exact. I'm a librarian from Ardelane, and possibly the most odd selection for the first settlers of the Wildlands. Maybe it's just because I was one of the first to volunteer, but at the time I couldn't imagine why I was being sent alongside a blacksmith and an architect. I realize now what I should have then. My job was to chronicle the first steps of you settlers into a new land. Here I get to write the history books, an important task, to be sure. And so we found ourselves in a lush field surrounded by forests, the coast stretching as far as the eye could see on the other side, or so I'd realized later. See, something important you should know about me. I sometimes make blockheaded decisions. Like going to settle in a new and dangerous land with the worst visual acuity imaginable and no glasses. Yeah. So, while I didn't see the ocean, I did see Rapadas throwing up in a small pond just beside me. If my stomach hadn't felt queasy before that, it certainly did then. It did pass quickly, and thankfully without any violent puking on my end, and as Edmund came in behind us, we set out to gather the materials to make a basic shelter for the night. I set to gather grasses and sticks with a knife Rapada had made for me. It wasn't until I heard Edmund's shout that I turned my attention back towards the field the others had ventured into. Guys? What is it? I asked, tumbling over grasses and weeds in my approach. Are you all right? I trailed off as my gaze fell on something we never thought we'd find here. The cobblestone wall seemed to tower over me in its significance, a message carried in its presence. We weren't the first ones here. There were people here before us? I muttered in astonishment, numbly following Edmund inside the crumbling structure. Apparently so, Edmund replied, a sense of awe in his voice. But whoever they were, they must have left a long time ago. This place is ancient. We had debated for a short while on the origins of the structure, poking around the interior for a bit. The most unsettling discovery was the unearthing of some shallowly buried bones inside the ancient stone ruin. Some of them looked distinctly human in nature, but some were so aged and broken that it was hard to be sure they were bones at all. After a while, we decided it was best to leave the questions of the ruin for another day. The sun was already starting to set, and we had no shelter. We found a cave near the ruins and decided to make camp in the mouth of it for the night. We made a fire and some straw mats for each of us and took turns on guard duty. And that was all I wrote before I left it to, I let York borrow the manuscript and he stole it for like an in-game 3 months or something like that. Maybe actually more like an in-game 6 months, but I think that was when he was injured and I was trying to give him something to read, so he wasn't bored in bed all day. And so I gave it to him and he just never returned it. He promised to return it like 8 times too. I thought it was funny. I didn't actually care. It's just if I cared, I would have gotten it from him. But yep. So that's that. We'll probably wrap up here soon. Because what I was trying to say earlier was that I have like a mild eye infection, and so it's actually like I keep like tearing up in that eye. And I feel like my headphones affect it because it's like every time I wipe up my eyes, I like it's hard to explain, but it gets like it's worse. It's not fun. So I don't like wearing them too long. But um, it was very nice to stream to you guys and show you off the server. And I hope to maybe see some of you in the server soon. That would be fantastic. But for the time being, I will leave you guys off here. It was lovely to talk to you guys. So, alrighty. Bye bye. Okay, bye Vic. I'll see ya.